Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 26 episode 2. In the previous episode we planned out our potential prison. I say potential because we do change things around a lot because of feedback and such. So, as you can see, we've got this here. We've got a bottom section which is going to be for protective custody or for really superior high risk prisoners, legendary prisoners basically. We've got a protective custody up there, or you know, high risk, whatever. One of these will be protective custody, one of them will be super max, and then in the middle we've got our standard, like, high risk-ish type area. But we do need to change a couple of things around, again, based on your feedback. So first things first, we're going to go to walls, we're going to go over here, and then I'm going to designate this as a bit of a different room. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have that as our psychologist's office because we didn't actually have one previously, and I think I will also, I think I'll make it a little bit longer. We don't need it like that. And this is going to be the morgue, so we'll have access to the morgue. Actually, no, I do want it that big. I do want the morgue that big, so we can have them all the slabs lined across either side. So there's the morgue there, then we've got a psychologist office. A lot of people were saying that we got a bit of problem because we'll be allowing prisoners into this part. Yes, that's fine. Allowing prisoners into that bit and that bit is actually fine. All of these areas here are completely fine. It's that square and onwards that we don't allow any prisoners. So all of this, basically, we don't allow any prisoners around that area there. We have not got a laundry, and I said, oh, where should we put the laundry? And I think it's going to go over there, but I'll get back to that in a moment. What I do want to do, though, is go here, and then I want to designate this as a separate room, and that's going to be a shower. Sorry, no, this is our shower, sorry. This is our shower here, but that's going to be a cleaning cupboard because we don't actually have a cleaning cupboard at the moment, and it's something that I want to put in just because, 1, 2, 3, and then put a wall across there, just because I think it'll be useful to have a cleaning cupboard in either, like in every area. And I'm going to put one in here as well, but I just don't know exactly where to put it. Now, I could put it, say, here, if I wanted to. I know another comment, there's a couple of people were saying that what we could do is have it right in the center here. So if I do that, and then make an actual fairly large building here, like so, and then we could sort of split it down the middle. And then what we do is we have a laundry and a cleaning cupboard for each individual area. I don't mind that idea, actually, because then it means that they are almost self-contained in a way, so that, you know, you only need to go to one area. I don't know if I'm going to do that instead. It means that we don't, you know, this will be like low risk only or whatever, or protective custody, for example. And then it means that we'll assign the protective custody people to work, and they'll only work in this area around here. They won't ever go into these two, which is the whole point. Separating it off, but keeping things common over here. But it's problematic. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that one. I don't know what to do. Having cleaning cupboard is a big lump. What should we do? I think I'm going off the idea now. I'm sort of convincing myself off the idea of having separate cleaning cupboards in each area. I do like the idea, but then the whole point in the prison is to have it as separate areas around here, and then have a common ground there. That was going to be Alcoholics Anonymous. This one doesn't really have a purpose. If I do that, it means that we can have a cleaning cupboard and a laundry. I'm actually going to increase the size of the laundry as well. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it like that. It might not be correct, but I think we're going to go with that for now. I think so, yes, I think so. Anyway, other feedback. What other feedback was there? Some people were saying that we don't have a workshop, and I understand we're not going to do that. Some people commenting about these areas here, saying we should make these staff rooms, but sadly that wouldn't work, as most people in the comments pointed out, because it means that if we have 4 staff rooms, all that's going to happen is the staff are going to wander out and then go to that one rather than sticking to the center bit, which is that one there. So no, I think what we've got there is fine. Anyway, I think we can get on with a little bit of the old building. So, first things first, let's go to a bit of my reports here, and I need to check grant. So, basic detention center grant, and we want to go for a admin center as well. We've got 55 grand. Let's go to foundation and then building brick, and then we're going to click on this corner here, and then drag it right up to there, and that's going to cost 50 grand. That's problematic. because I can't afford that. I cannot afford 50 grand for that one building. I want to make it all one building and have it like that, but we just can't do it. So what I'm going to do instead is make this area here first, which is it's still a lot of money, as you can see, but it means we can get on with the other stuff around here. So we'll see. We'll get that started, shall we? And then we'll put a little bit of the entrance in here, and then we'll go to objects, and then to large jail door, and we'll put a large jail door in there, and that should fulfill the need on there. We'll speed up to max speed, and as you can see, we've got some workmen coming down, and they're just going to jump off and go and get to work. So let's see what we can do. We might have to buy, or we might have to lend a bit of money from our loan, from bank loans, but we obviously need to get some of the other grants done first. We need an account before we can do that. But we won't be getting any prisoners in this episode, and probably not in the next one either. It's all about the construction for the next couple of episodes, and then we'll get on to the mixed sort of building and then management. My plan is to build this center section first, okay, and then get standard risk prisoners in, and then test that a little bit, and then once we have figured out that the prison, well, hopefully figured out that the prison won't burn down at the drop of a hat, we will then bring in the high-risk prisoners, and then by that time we'll have built the top and bottom sections, which will allow us to then separate the prisoners off. Any remaining medium-risk prisoners, I'll just reassign to high-risk so they can stay around in there, because you can always change the designation manually, even though it's not strictly accurate, but some might have left by that time anyway. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's always good to have a plan, but not just stick to it 100%. You have to be adaptable, I guess. So I guess we'll have to bear that in mind. Anyway, 18,800 generic credits, receiving 840 per day. I'm not hiring any more workmen because, you know what, I'm happy just waiting. I don't mind just waiting for the workmen to get on with their business and complete it. It is possible for us to simply forget it and you have one workman. If you wanted to do that, you can when you're building this thing. Strangely, when you're constructing a prison, it's actually better to have less workmen at the start, because it means that your daily cash flow will go up, because you're not receiving any prisoners, and the only thing you really have to spare is time at this particular stage. There's no time frame on this now. We haven't got constant intake on. We haven't got the prisoner intake manually turned on. So all we're really doing is waiting for them to build it, and we're getting money doing that as well. So actually knocking it down to 2 workmen or even just 1 is actually fine. It'll just take ages and ages and ages. Obviously, it's not really practical. In all honesty, it's not that practical. But you can do it, and saves you a bit of money and such. And then once you get your prison up, strangely, you'll need more workmen, because they need to do the carrying stuff in and out, and helping make sure that the workshop is fully stocked and things like that. So it's a bit strange. Anyway, as you can see, they are running along here, placing all of these. You can see they're actually teleporting all of the items to them, and that's something that it was sort of obvious to me, because I've seen it happen loads all the time, but it was pointed out in the Alpha 26 video that Introversion did about that. We're basically saying that all of the stacks and all of the metal and stuff is actually teleported to the hands, even though it's over in the deliveries and that, it actually does teleport to them. So yeah, strange. Anyway, as you can see, this is about to head up as soon as he puts that little last piece of girder in this corner, and here we go. Gling, 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 gling. Lots of money being spent. That's a lot of money being spent. So, let us just go straight to materials and then brick wall, and we will start bricking up this entire area. Now, is that a bit dodgy? No, that's okay. I've just realised there might be a little problem with one of this, but no, it's fine. Right, let's just start bricking it all off. So, we're just going to run the bricks down along. Obviously, some of these will have gaps in, but we've already got that planned off. As you can see, we've actually used the proper planning tool to plan off both the wall and the doors and other things like that, so that's okay. Not going to put any of the doors in for the moment. I'm just putting the walls in. Down to 14,000. I need to get one of the grants done really before we run out of cash, so I'm going to prioritise working on the offices, which are down the bottom here, and then we'll just build all of these walls. There we go. So, once they've built these, I will get on with putting some staff doors in. So we'll staff door there, all the way along. We'll put staff doors in here as well. I think I'm still going to... Do I put one there? So if I put a staff door there, it means they can go out and around, but I don't know if that's right. No, we're going to leave it for now. We don't need a staff door there. So, they're going to get on with that. Then I just need to go to rooms and then to our offices. Office, there we go. And then we will click and drag that one there. And that'll be our very first office. We'll go to our staff and hire a warden. There we go. That's 1 unit of warden. And then we can go to objects and then to our office desk. We'll put an office desk probably just right there. And then chair. Spin it around, shove it there, and then finally 1 unit of filing cabinet just there as well. And obviously all the workmen are going to come running into place all of these things. Excellent. So let us go. Why have they missed a section off there? Is that just me? I think that's just me messing it up, isn't it? Yeah, it always is. It always is. Brick wall. We'll put a brick wall there, and then this is our storage area. So I don't know why they've got. Oh no, they are putting in. It's not me messing it up. Selling myself short there. No, I'm not messing it up. Right, let's go to utilities and then to our power station. We're going to put a power station right in the center there. Then a water pump right next to it, as you can see. Capacitors, we'll shove just 3 in for now, and then we'll use a bit of electrical cable there. Actually, it'll probably already place one manually, so I'll just let it crack on. We have 9,393 generic credits. We need to unlock finance through the bureaucracy, and we need at least another office, so that's fine. I just need to go to bureaucracy and then unlock finance, which is only 500 to unlock. We'll go to our rooms and then back to office, and right next door to the warden we will get ourselves another office so the accountant can sit there and do the sums, which is fine. There we go. And then filing cabinet, job done. That'll be a legal office now. Fine. Come on, it's nearly 10 o'clock and it's on eat. What is this, the standard regime? Yes, it is a standard regime. Yeah, we'll have to be changing that around somewhat. Right, there's that sorted. Let's just go to my rooms and then to yard, and I'm going to designate both of these here as yard. Now obviously they're going to shout at me because they're not locked up, and that's understandable because I haven't put the fence all the way around, but the fence is actually a little bit of money, so I probably don't want to get on with that really. What I do want to do, however, is go to objects and put a staff door there and then a jail door right behind it, and then we'll designate these 2 areas here. So actually I'll go to rooms first. No, objects first. No, I was right. Rooms first, and then we'll put a kitchen in here, like so. And then we'll go to our canteen, and then designate all that as canteen. There we go. Then I'll get rid of these bits here, because they're going to have a wall in them. One moment. Just there, and then there. And then we'll actually put said wall in. Brick wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now obviously these are now shouting at me because we haven't yet completed them, but that's fine. So we can go to serving table, put 1 serving table there, and then we need to put tables in. So let's measure that off. We'll go back to planning and then to objects. So I want to just space it out quite evenly really. So it's going to be a 3 by 4 placement of tables and such. So don't really want them close there. I could do them the other way. Do I want to do them that way instead? That one actually fits a bit better, I think. And doesn't mean to say we can't stagger them like, or put them in the middle like that. There we go, and have a little bit of a gap between them all. I mean, we're not going to have a very high capacity prison anyway, so something like that will do, I think. That's a gap of 4, and then it's a gap of 4 on that side as well. Excellent, something like that anyway. So I'll just put this table in, and then we'll put a bench either side. There we go. Over here, we will go to our cooker, and we're going to put a cooker just in the corner there. And then we need to go to... Yeah, well, we didn't really plan the kitchen off that much, did we? We'll go back to objects here, and we'll plan off our kitchen. So... obviously we had all of our cookers down the side there, and then right behind it we had our freezers, was it? It was something like that, and then like that. Something like that anyway. Then behind it I believe we had our sinks, so we probably had our sinks lined up like that. I think that'll do fine actually, line the sinks up right behind. Let's go to sink and we'll put just 1 sink in there for now, and then we'll put 1 fridge in, and this is just to get this done. That's all we're doing that for. Right, looks like we've finished our bureaucracy research, so we can hire in an accountant. There we go, and that gets that grant done. Okay, so we've now got 5 grand come off that. Excellent. It means we can also go back to grants and start buying some more, getting some more grants. So we'll go for a short-term investment, which is always good. And we'll leave it there because obviously it's just 71 hours until we get 16 grand. So that's always a good one. And obviously it's on max speed. We need to do a yard. We need to do a holding cell. We need to do a shower. Need 2 chefs and 2 guards to get that one, so we'll see what we can do. Or do we want to do that now? We'll leave it for now. What I do want to do is run some power cable, but I'm very aware that we're actually running out of money quite fast. So what I'll do, do I want to get a bank loan? No, I do want a bank loan, but I haven't yet unlocked it. So I'll go to bureaucracy, and we'll go for extra grant and then a bank loan, okay? Because that'll give us, obviously, a little bit more leeway. I know a couple of people said, you know, you should sell the previous prison. And normally, well, it's sort of 50-50 whether or not I sell the previous prison or not. But I just decided not to and started just because we're going on a new map and such. So, yeah. I didn't think we needed to. Right, anyway, so as you can see, holding cell, shower, yard, they won't be done, sadly, until this big block's done. The problem with this prison, and generally the way I design prisons anyways, I go for the big picture. So this is what we're going to do, sort of thing. This is generally what we're going to do. It doesn't really change after the first couple of episodes. It's generally what we get. And if we expand, then we expand. But I don't build a really small prison here and then just expand out and up and down any way we want. I like the idea of planning off that and then going for it as best we can. Doesn't always work, you understand, but that's just what I like to try and do. Anyway, we've got some workmen just mulling around. We could actually sack a couple. We don't need all of them, so yeah, we'll just sack a couple. There we go. And we're going to get 700 per day now, which is fine. This is shouting for a bit of water. We might run... I do really want to run this power cable, but it's going to be a bit risky because it's going to be money that we don't technically need to spend at the moment. We're on the edge of bankruptcy already, so I want to just hold that off for the time being. Let me just go to our rooms, and then we're going to put in a bit of storage, and we'll shove it in there. Or was this storage? I can't remember what this bit was. I think that was the storage one. And then this one was something else. Just another atrium, I think. I think it just was another, like, entrancey bit. I can't remember now. That's the problem with actually not being able to name the stuff. It'd be nice if we had, like, a little labelling option. But, you know. Maybe one day. Anyway, these are all working in the dark. As you can see, it's all very good. Let me just go to my... Oh, looks like we've got a little bit of money there. Excellent. I don't even know what it was, but, you know, more money's good. Let's just go to our deliveries, and I want to cancel off them deliveries there, then put in some deliveries across there. Get rid of the garbage, and then put the garbage next to it like so, and that will allow us to, obviously, get both of them in. That's fine. Then we'll put paths going out, and it'll look quite good. I think it'll look quite good anyway. So, 5,345 generic units of currency. We now have the option to get another grant. We can get another one from our... Oh, we could get staff well-being initiative, health and well-being, education reform program is a lot of money. Health and well-being, I think, because we get a 10 grand advance, which will allow us probably to get this bit up here. Now, will that allow us to get that bit up there? Let's go to building, because we do need one of these sections done. That's going to be a lot of money that we really don't have. So I'll cancel it for now. And we'll just put this building in, which is going to be where we have our... I think we'll have a staff door on these. Do we want a staff door or do we want a normal door? No, we do need a staff door. Psychologists, we will just have a door because they can freely go in. No, we'll have a staff door on both of them. We'll have a staff door on both. Like that. Right, so they're going to build this, and then going to designate that as our, I guess it would be the infirmary, and then we can get a little bit more fundage. Brick wall, once this is done, and then quickly brick it off. We don't technically need to do it just yet, but I just like to do it to, you know, make sure it's actually completed, and otherwise I'll forget. That's why. It requires health. That's right. We haven't unlocked health, so we'll research that for 500. We could also go for maintenance. I don't know yet. Still waiting for the grant to come through. I need to build a shower. Need to build a yard. Need to build a holding cell. A lot of this stuff we haven't actually got yet. See, a lot of money we current bank loan. We're still researching that. We'll get that in a moment. Once that's all done, we can get on with... What do I want to do? I definitely want to... How much is it going to cost to actually go around the outside with this fence? Because we do need to fence this off at some point. So that's 15 in fence. Let's just do one big row along to the end. It's on 159. That's almost no money at all. So it's probably going to cost £1 grand to get around. So I'm going to do that just for peace of mind, actually. Is it going to be £1,000? Probably might be a little bit more than £1,000. 400, 400. Yeah, it's probably going to be 1,300, maybe a little bit more. It's not going to be too much. Enough that I don't really need to worry about it that much. But as soon as we do that, it means that this area is then fenced off. The yard, it'll actually say, yep, the yard's fenced off. You've done a good job, boss. So we will get on with that. Looks like that's actually not powered up, so we will go to objects, rather utilities, electrical cable. We'll just join that up there, as you can see. We're not going to bother with anything else just yet. I don't want to run any cables because it'll be a bit of a problem. So almost research bank loan, then we can actually get another £2,500 out of it, but then you have to pay it back, and then that increases your credit rating, which means you can buy more. Honestly, I must confess, this is going to cost a lot more than I originally budgeted for, and I am regretting, or starting to regret, my not selling the previous prison. I might go back and remedy that. I might change that. Problem with that is you can't sell it after the fact, so it would just be a hack in of money, and I'm not against it, but I'd rather do it as best I can. The previous prison was worth 280,000, but I don't particularly want all of that. I need all of that, rather. Looks like we've got that research done, bank loan. There we go, that's all done. So we're just going to come over to here. We're going to go to rooms and then to infirmary. We're going to designate all that as infirmary. Might as well designate that as morgue while we are here. And obviously they're now shouting for objects. So we'll put one morgue slab in. We'll put one medical bed in. Where am I going to put it? We'll put it just in the corner there. I want to put a staff door on that as well. And then as soon as that's done, I will then hire 2 doctors, and then that'll be like bang, done. And that'll give me the health and well-being grant straight away, and then I will promptly fire them because we just don't need them. We just really don't need them. As you can see, they are moving along here, building that quite nicely. We do have, I just realized, our policy here. I'm going to change it. Do I change it? We'll just change all the eat to free time, just because it can become a bit problematic. There we go. So it's not going to be buying more food, although it won't be buying food because it's based on how much is cooked and eaten. So, yeah, it's all in anyway. Looks like we've got some vegetables just stacked in there, and hopefully they won't go off, even though the freezer hasn't actually been turned on. But to be fair, it's so cold in this place because there's no electricity anywhere, no heating or anything. It's probably got frost on it, so it's not really a problem at all. Nice, delicious beverage there. Oh, God, today's beverage is bitter. Oh, good grief, it's tonic water. Right, anyway. So, these buildings here, I need to clarify what these are, because I just remembered someone was on about this in the comments. They're saying, what are these for? Well, I've decided that one of them will be door control, and one of them will be CCTV. All of the CCTV and the door control stuff will be outside of the prison. It won't be in this section here. It won't be in the little security station that is here. It'll all be outside. These security stations here, and yes, there will be 2 in this bit here. These will all be for the... they'll all be for the... forgot the name of them. They'll all be for the informants. That's right, the snitches. They're all for the informants. So we do need them there just to, actually have a chat and go, all right, who was it then? Who was it? We'll give you a candy bar if you tell us who it was. Yeah, that's what it's actually for. Anyway, let us get this... I might as well plan this off while I'm waiting for them to crack on. So it's just, I'm trying to fit the entrance in. So it just goes, is it like 3? Something like that? How is it done? Something like that. And then that. And then that. Is that what it is? No. It's a little bit bigger than that, isn't it? It is that. Excellent. And then we have a little toilet in there. Yeah. And then gap of 2. And then that straight across. And then it cut straight down the middle. And then if we've got this right, this one should fit in that many. Looks about right to me. Might be wrong, but looks about right. Looks about right. And obviously the cells and such will be the same. Anyway, what we're like on this one here, they have almost finished this fence. That's a lot of fence for them to actually go around and lay, but that's fine. What I plan on doing as well, which is something I haven't really done before is I'll make all of this grass on the outside, but then what I'll do, every, say, 3 or 4 spaces, I'll put a light, and I'll make it so it's lit up all the way around the prison, just because I think that's something different, or I might forget, but we'll see. I'm sure people will remind me in the comments now that I've said that, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Let me just go to staff door. We'll shove a staff door in there, and they're only 100 each, so I might as well place them just, you know, for future security. Go on materials, and then we'll get a brick wall, and we're going to shove the brick walls in here as well. As you can see, this isn't really strictly necessary, but it's just something that I want to get on with, because it's the only part that we haven't actually done in here anyway, so I might as well get it done. I know a couple of people were for some reason asking what these bits were. These bits here, well, that's going to be a double door and that's going to be a metal detector. I don't know why that question was there, because I think I've mentioned it several times, but, you know, I might as well clarify it. Yes, they're going to be metal detectors, so as soon as you come in here, metal detectors, you know, you found nicking stuff, you'll come out, and then you'll go through your own metal detector, which is there, and then you'll be found out again. And if you still have something on your person that is metal, or that hasn't been detected by the metal detector, then you deserve to keep that thing, because you've done quite well. Anyway, we've almost finished this. As soon as they do that, the yard will be completed, as far as I'm aware. Or will it be? Because it'll say it needs to be behind one door. What I'll do, just because I need to do it eventually, is put a large jail door there. Then that'll be enough. See, the yard's still not behind a door. As soon as that door opens, we should be alright, and both yards should probably say that it is now complete. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, as you can see, these are coming in here to place the medical bed and the morgue slab. There you go. There's both of them completed. Just waiting them to finish off this. They're going to pick up all of the items. They pick up all the items, but they do teleport some items as well. Here we go. This is the door, so that should complete this yard as soon as that's put in. I think that is right. Yard, no. So it needs to be behind at least one door. There must be a problem. Ah, that's what it is. Here. These buildings need to be constructed in order for it to work. So I'll put them in because they're going to be quite cheap. They're only 800 each, so it's not a problem. And then we will put in our jail door at both sides. That's where the hole is, you see. And once that's done, that then will complete the yard. I am confident about that. Very confident. There's one of them done. Alright, here we go. Confidence waning. And, come on. Are they going to be done? Come on. That'll go ding, 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 and then that'll ring saying the yard's complete. Yeah, there we go. Yard's done. Excellent. So, almost done. Basic detention center. Only need a holding cell, shower, and a couple of guards, a couple of chefs. It's not bad. I need to hire two doctors and a psychologist for the psychologist office, so we'll get on with that. Let's just go to our... it's actually easier to go to our rooms and then office. Hang on, where's my office? Office is there. Clicky, clicky. Put that in. Object. Filing cabinet. We're going to do the same sort of layout. I'm going to put that there, and I'll put a chair there, and we'll have a chair all over there. Well, a chair there as well. So obviously we go where they come in and goes, right, sit down, talk about your family and the problems and stuff. And he goes, oh yes, yes, I didn't like my family there. I said I wanted Haribo, but they gave me the cheap pound stuff, and yeah, that's why I stabbed them 37 times. I don't think it was about the Haribo, was it? Anyway, this is almost done, and there we go. So I just got doctor 1, 2. And then we need, damn it, we need to go to bureaucracy and on research psychology. So, how long will that take? That will take 5 hours. Good, because then I can sack these doctors as soon as we've done it. Because the doctors cost £1,000 to hire, but they're actually only 100 per day. What I'll do, I'll sack one because I definitely don't need 2 sitting around, but the other ones will be alright. I think we'll be alright with that. Right, but the next problem is we need another grant. So grants, we're still doing the short-term investment, basically our health and well-being. After that, we will do probably, don't know. Probably go to cell block A as well. If we got a holding cell and then a shower up, we could get on with the other one. But sadly, to make this, it's going to be a fairly big build to make that as one. So, We will see. Not entirely confident about that yet. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, oh yes, one thing people mentioned as well. This area here, that is going to be just a lot of people saying, well, there's no point in that gap there, or of just being completely white space. It's just blank. That's just going to be dirt in here. Well, you are correct, but there are reasons for it. A, because that's roughly the way I've designed it. There's no logical reason really. B, it means that when we zoomed out, if we've got this as grass, it will actually look okay going around here. It's just that one looks dodgy. And Z, it means that we can, if we wanted to, put a door there and put a door there and have a staff-only area where they can run between here. Not that I think we need that, and I certainly don't think we'll do it, but yeah, it's just going to stick like that because it is, and there's no real logical reason. It's just how it goes. Anyway, we are almost done on our psychology. As soon as that is done, I will just go to staff and then psychologist. Hi, the psychologist. There's that done. We will fire doctor. And how much does our psychologist cost per day? 200 a day, which means we can run 5 days without it being a problem. What I'm going to do then, because I think I'm going to be longer than 5 days, is sack them, because I don't want to spend that much money. They can last 10 days without being problematic. That one can only last 5, and I don't think we're going to get prisoners before that, so we will sack them. I certainly don't think we're going to need them. Anyway, 12,799, not a great amount of money, so I don't know what I'm going to do about building this part here. Either way, we'll see what happens next episode. As always, comments in the comments, that alters what happens in this series, as you well know by now. Thank you very much for watching, and generic partings.